So without a doubt, Apple has the best ecosystem for devices. As people like to say, everything just works. They have definitely built an impenetrable fortress of hardware, software, and services. The products and services that Apple has created just can't be beat. But are some of the products overkill that Apple sells? Do you actually need the Pro version for every Apple product, or could you just go with the base version? I have an iPhone 16 Pro Max, MacBook Pro M1 Max, iPad Pro M4 with the Apple Pencil Pro, Apple Watch Ultra, AirPods Pro, and AirPods Max. I can honestly say I use these products every single day. But do I need to have these exact versions of these products to do my day-to-day tasks? What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Rio here. Today we're gonna talk about basically the Pro version of Apple's products. Is it really worth it? Worth the hype? Do you really need the Pro version of Apple's products? Well, that's what we're going to discuss today. So without further ado, let's jump right into the iPhone. Now, let's be real. For most people, the iPhone is the key entry point into Apple's ecosystem. I mean, it's the first Apple product that, most of us have ever owned. And honestly, it's the one Apple product that keeps people locked into the ecosystem forever. Without a doubt, the iPhone is the best smartphone on the planet. The world kind of revolves around it, whether you like it or not. And what I mean by that is so many companies tailor everything around the iPhone, accessory companies, software development companies. The iPhone gets the best treatment. Everything just launches on the iPhone first, and then comes Android. App developers almost prioritize the iPhone every single time. So you get better features, smooth updates, and just way more support. I remember back in high school when Snapchat was at its peak. The iPhone version of Snapchat was just miles better than Android. The camera quality was clearer, the videos were sharper, and the whole experience just felt buttery smooth. Meanwhile, the Android version, it looked like you were recording on a potato. It looked terrible. So it's fair to say that the iPhone is Apple's golden child. It's their best product and it's where they shine the most. But that brings up the real question. Do you actually need the Pro version of the iPhone? Is it really worth the upgrade? And the short answer is no, it's not. At least not for most people. The average person isn't using their phone for pro level photography or 4K editing or high performance gaming. But let me explain why. The regular iPhone already gives you more than enough. It's fast, the display looks amazing, and the camera is solid for day-to-day content. Unless you're doing content creation or you just want crazy features or a different build like a titanium frame or 5x zoom, you're not missing much. Apple made the base model iPhone so good this year that it makes a Pro model look like a luxury and not a necessity. So in conclusion, no, you do not need the Pro iPhone. The base will do you just fine. All right, let's talk about iPads, because if you've been thinking about picking one up, Apple has a lot of selection when it comes to iPads. We got the regular iPad, iPad mini, iPad Air, iPad Pro, different sizes for each of the iPads. And I'll be real with you, I own an iPad Pro and I don't regret it at all. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I use Pro versions of all the Apple products. Now, first up is the regular iPad. This is the entry-level iPad. It's the most affordable and it's really meant for an everyday user. If you're trying to scroll through Safari, watch Netflix, FaceTime, or just take notes in class, then this one will do it all without breaking the bank. But you're gonna notice a difference in build quality, screen size, and just speed in general, compared side to side with other iPads. The bezels are a bit chunkier and they use the old version of the Apple Pencil. But for someone like a younger sibling or a parent that just needs a tablet, this is a solid buy. Then we got the iPad mini, and in my opinion, this one's a sleeper. It's super compact, it fits in almost any bag, and it's got enough power to handle most tasks. I say it's perfect for people who travel a lot or somebody who's a reader that wants something light and easy to hold. I'd use it just to carry it for flying, because when you're on that plane, just having something that's nice, compact is probably essential. But when you come off that plane, different story, and that's where the iPad mini falls short. The screen size. If you're multitasking or doing anything creative, it feels a little bit cramped. Well, not a little bit, a lot. Now let's talk about the iPad Air. And honestly, this is where most people should be looking. The Air gives you almost everything you get in the Pro, but at a much better price. It has a great display, fast performance, it supports the Apple Pencil Pro, and now it has an M2 chip, which is capable of handling most productive workflows, and even creative workflows like drawing, like photo editing, like video editing. If I didn't already own the Pro, the iPad Air would be my daily iPad. And now we get into the iPad Pro, my personal favorite Apple product. But I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely overkill for what I use. it's going to be overkill for most people anyway. But for someone like me who has a bunch of Apple Pro products, it just fits right in. I use the iPad Pro for taking notes, editing videos, editing photos, managing my YouTube content. The M4 is crazy fast. And don't get me started on the display. The display is probably the best feature on this iPad Pro. Tandem OLED is just amazing. And I can't forget the ProMotion. That's where it shines. OLED plus a ProMotion, just the display. It's just a viewing experience that you just got to see in person for yourself, because it's amazing. Now, if you have a Magic Keyboard, then you're in for a treat. Now, if you have the Magic Keyboard, you're in for a treat, because iOS 26 is looking, and iPad OS looks great. So we're getting more and more just like a computer every release with iPad OS, and I think this one right here is gonna lay a good foundation for that right there. And then eventually we're just gonna have the iPad as a full-on workstation. But here's the thing, if you're not pushing your device to the limit, if you're not editing big files or working across multiple apps all the time, you probably don't need the Pro. It's a beautiful device, don't get me wrong, but Apple made the Air so capable that most people won't even notice the difference. So my advice is, if you want an iPad for casual use, grab the base version. If you need something small and portable, of course, grab the mini. If you want the perfect balance of power and price, go iPad Air. But if you like me and you want the best product that Apple offers, then of course, go iPad Pro. You won't be disappointed. All right, let's dive right into MacBooks. If you look at Apple's laptop lineup right now, there's tons of options to choose from. You got the MacBook Air, the base MacBook Pro, the Pro models with the M series Max chips, or even just the Macs that just sit on your desk with the Ultra chips. Me personally, I'm using my M1 Max MacBook Pro with 64 gigs of RAM and 2 terabytes of storage. And I don't plan on upgrading soon because the thing is still a beast. It doesn't slip up, it doesn't hiccup, it edits my 4K video just fine, does my photo editing just fine, handles high intensive color grading with my 4K videos, does my virtual labs for my networking stuff, and just handles everything in my YouTube workflow. And it has not slowed down, not one time. It's going to last me forever. But I get it. People see M4 and instantly think, hey, I gotta get the newest one. Or they feel that the M1 is just so outdated. Let me just say this loud and clear. You do not need the latest and greatest M series chip to get real work done. These MacBooks are already overpowered for most users. Apple just keeps pushing the bar higher. Let's start from the bottom with the MacBook Air. This is your everyday laptop. You're getting a crazy deal with the MacBook Air. M4 series chip for $1,000. 16 gigs of RAM, $1,000. Half a terabyte of storage, not too bad. At least I think it's a half a terabyte of storage. Don't need to shut. Excuse me, it's not half a terabyte of storage. Only 256, but still, you can have an external SSD on the side. The laptop is light. When it first got announced back in like 07, 08 or something like that, that was the initial selling point. It was thin and light, and it still is. I would say this laptop is best for students, creatives that are just starting out, or anyone who uses Safari heavily, who uses notes, or even does some light photo and video editing. In the battery life, I would have to say it's the best out of the entire Mac lineup. Then you got your base 14-inch MacBook Pro, and it is using the M4, just the regular M4 chip. And it is using the regular M4 chip. And it is using the regular M4 chip. Now this one is for people who want a bit more muscle in their laptop. You're working in Logic Pro, multitasking with heavy tab, or you just want that beautiful XDR display with ProMotion. It gives you that pro feel without going all the way into Max or Ultra territory. Now let's talk about the MacBook Pro, M4 Max, M4 Ultra. Those are at the top of the mountain right now. But like I said earlier, I'm still on the M1 Max and still not even touching the limits. Well, don't get me wrong, the newer chips are nice. Smaller bezels, better efficiency, slightly better performance. But unless you're editing an 8K video or compiling code for hours or doing heavy 3D rendering, you will not notice that performance boost at all. Go MacBook Air if you want something light, powerful, and portable for day-to-day tasks. Go base MacBook Pro if you want sustained power and a better display. Go M Series Pro, Max, or Ultra if you're a creative, developer, or someone who knows they're gonna max out the machine. Otherwise, save your money. These Macs last forever. The M1 Max came out in 2021. I got it in 2022. And here I am in 2025, and it's not skipped a beat. It just flies through my workflow. All right, let's talk Apple Watches. And I'm gonna be real with you. I have an Apple Watch Ultra. It's not worth it. The Ultra is Apple's top of the line smartwatch. It's rugged, it's huge, it's got all day battery life, and it's packed with features made for athletes, drivers, hikers, people running marathons in the desert. You know, stuff that sounds cool. But the thing is, most of us are not doing that stuff on a freaking random Tuesday afternoon. And that's the thing, it looks amazing. It's built like a tank, and the battery life, don't get me wrong, it's fire. The battery life is probably the best thing on the Apple Watch Ultra 2. But outside of that, you're paying a premium for features that you're not even gonna use. Unless you're constantly outdoor during intense workouts or need crazy durability, you're honestly better off getting the Apple Watch Series 10. It does everything the Ultra does for the average person. Tracks workouts, sleep, heart rate, shows your notification, syncs perfectly with your iPhone, and it's slimmer, lighter, and more comfortable for everyday wear. I've had the Ultra 2 for almost a year now, but I notice it's kind of overkill. Like, I glance at the compass maybe once in a while. Never use the dive feature because I don't go diving and I'm not a swimmer. And yeah, the action button is cool, but it didn't really change my life. And don't get me wrong, it is a beast. But for 95% of the people on Earth, you can skip the Ultra 2. Grab the Series 10, save a couple $100, and you still get the core features that make the Apple Watch so good. So yeah, unless you need extra battery life or you just want a rugged build, your wrist and your wallet will thank you. So last but not least, AirPods. AirPods Pro, AirPods Max. So many variations of AirPods, but which one do I highly recommend for people to get? I have AirPods Pro and I have an AirPods Max. I use AirPods Pro every day. Like, that's essential. AirPods Max, I use in the gym, strictly only for the gym. So I would say AirPods Max probably is gonna be a no-go for me for AirPods Max for casual listening, unless you just have to have it. Don't get me wrong, it works great with the Apple ecosystem. Just put it on your head, works on any device. As soon as you have it hooked up to your Bluetooth, it's seamless. The Apple ecosystem is seamless, but I really only use the AirPods Max in the gym. AirPods Pro I use every single day when I'm at work, when I'm in the car, grocery shopping. Having AirPods Pro, slip right in, putting in your ear, and they work fine. They both have great noise cancellation, and they're both great with spatial audio. Spatial audio, it's an underrated feature. But I think most people can rock out with the base AirPods. The AirPods 3, the design looks great. I think it does have noise canceling now too. USB-C charging case. Cause my AirPods Max, my AirPods Pro, they don't have the USB-C charging case. Those are probably the only things that I still have that use Lightning, and it's annoying. But yeah, I would definitely 100% go with the base AirPods. You don't need AirPods Pro, don't need AirPods Max, but of course I have them because I like to have things. I like to be overkill. But yeah, regular AirPods, I highly recommend you get you some. So after using all of Apple's products day in and day out, here's the truth. Yeah, they're fire, but they're not all necessary. The base models, they've gotten really good. They've gotten so good that most people won't feel like they're missing out. But if you're like me, creating content, doing heavy workflows, or just appreciate top tier performance and design, then yeah, the Pro gear makes sense. It's less about what you need and more about how you use it. At the end of the day, Apple's ecosystem is built to work no matter what level you buy into. Pro or not, it all just works. The key is actually figuring out what fits your lifestyle. Anyways, if this video helped you out or made you rethink a purchase, do me a favor, drop a like down below. And also hit that subscribe button for me too as well. I got more content coming your way, so stay locked in, please. Hit the notification bell for me. Hey, it's your boy Rio, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.